everyone, my name is Miranda and today I'm here to present you with a very belated favorite books of 2015, and I so tried my hardest to come up with 15 books because I thought it would be cool, 15 of 15, but I have 10, so we're close, but no cigar. And they're in no particular order, they're literally just in the way I stacked them in the pile, so just bear that in mind as we go through the list. Let's get started. First up, I have A Madness So Discreet, I don't know why I said that in a Scottish accent, by Mindy McGinnis. I freaking love this book. It's gothic, it's thriller, it's in an insane asylum, it's amazing, the cover's beautiful, the characters are amazing. I had such high hopes for this book that when you have such high hopes for a book, like normally they don't pan out, but this book definitely did, and I am so excited that it did, because if it had not, it would have crushed me. And I am so in love with this book, and if you haven't read it yet, you should definitely check it out, especially now that the weather's like all dreary and depressing, because that is definitely the right setting for this book. And I hope there's going to be more in the series in future years. Fingers crossed, hopefully, because I can't wait to see what wonderful adventures Grace and her doctor go on together, and what wonderful scary murders they get involved in, so let's see. After that, I have The Martian by Andy Weir, I think is how you say his last name. I saw the movie before I read the book, which I hate doing, but there are so many holds on it at the library that I was like, I have to go or else The Martian isn't going to be in theaters anymore and I'm going to have to wait for it to come out on DVD. I really liked the movie, so I was excited for the book. The movie was a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be, so when I got the book, I was really intrigued by it. And I have to say, the book is so much like the movie, or I guess the movie is so much like the book, and they both have like the same kind of funny feel, and the character seems the same. And the great thing was, like, reading it, I was reading the character in Matt Damon's voice, so I think that shows you what a great job they did with the movie. But I really liked the book, and I was really impressed by it, considering it was his first novel. He did a really great job. I can't wait to see what he writes more of, because I think he could be a really strong writer, and someone that I definitely like depend on, and one of my go-to authors, like knowing they write good books, because this book was amazing. I have to say, this is probably my favorite book of 2015. I read it early on and it just, no book has managed to top it, and that is Vendetta by Catherine Doyle. I love this book so much. I talk about this book so much. You all should know how much I love this book. It was amazing. It was definitely a big surprise, because it was a book that was published originally in Ireland. It wasn't even like published here. It's an author that's located in Ireland. Sometimes when you find books like these, they look pretty, they sound nice, but they just don't deliver on the promise of everything. But this book definitely did, and Catherine Doyle did an amazing job, and I am so excited to read Inferno, and I'm so mad because I can't find it in a hardcover anywhere in the United States, and I am so angry about that, but I definitely cannot wait to read Inferno as soon as I can find a good copy of it. Next up, I have I Was Here by Gail Forman, and this is a book probably I read really early on in 2015. I think it came out around February, and it is just so good and so uplifting and inspiring, even though it's about really depressing stuff, and it has some really depressing moments. At the end, though, it is uplifting, it is inspiring, and you're happy that you read it, even though you cried many tears. And for me, it was really great because it was a return to like Gail Forman's greatness, because I didn't really like Just One Day and Just One Night, Just One Year, whatever those Just One things are. I didn't really like those, but this was definitely like a return to form. This had the emotional impact of If I Stay. This had me invested in the characters and everything, and I really enjoyed it, and it's one that stuck with me throughout the year, even though I read it in the beginning, which has to say a lot, I feel like, for the writing and for the story itself. And it's really good, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. Next, I have The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan, which is the first book in the Magnus Chase series. This book took me a while to get through, I'm going to be honest, just because like the first 50 pages I wasn't really that interested in it. It was kind of like boring to me, but after that it got really good, and I like how it's kind of similar to Percy Jackson, obviously, but like it's not just like Magnus is Percy, this person is Annabeth, this person is Grover. Like, they're their own characters, they have their own feeling. Magnus and Percy to me are like distinct characters. Like, if you just gave me a page, I could tell you if it was Magnus's story or Percy's story, because I feel like they, even though they're very similar, they have distinct styles of talking, and Rick Riordan did a great job in making them feel distinct and making the characters feel unique and different. And I'm very excited to see where this series is going to go in the future, because one thing that really interested me was how there's not like an obvious love interest. I'm really interested to see who is going to end up being the love interest, and just see what kind of direction it goes in and everything, and I really am looking forward to the next books in this series. After that, I have the only book that I actually don't own, which is Winter by Marissa Meyer. And this book, I have to say, I had really not good expectations for it just because Lunar Chronicles has never been one of my favorite series, and I felt like the last book was demanding a lot of Marissa Meyer in wrapping up this whole story, introducing more characters because we got to meet Winter, bringing all the characters together and wrapping it up nicely, like I said. But I have to say, it was a fantastic book. Like, aside from all that stuff that I said before, it was a great book. And then when you add on top of it all she had to do and all she had to write together and fix it and put it all together and introduce characters and everything, it was amazing, and I congratulate that woman 1,000 times because she did what I thought would be impossible, and she did it, and that is amazing. That's an amazing book, an amazing series ending, and I could not be more pleased with how it turned out. And it's like 800 pages, so you can see she definitely put like probably a lot of bodily fluids into that book because I bet it took her a long time, but it was definitely worth it, and it was so amazing, and I am so happy with how it turned out. I could not ask for a better ending to Lunar Chronicles series. After that, I have The Heartbreakers by Ali Novak, who is a new author that I discovered this year. Heartbreakers was originally published on, what's it called? Wattpad, that's it, Wattpad, and it got turned into a novel this year, and it's so amazing. It's about a girl who basically falls in love with a member of a boy band, even though she doesn't really like the music of the boy band, and it's just an amazing, cute love story, and it also has some really like nice life lessons aside from the love story of just like growing into your own and being your own person and being okay with moving on in your life even when other people may be stuck and unable to move, that you don't have to carry everyone else. And I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was so cute. I'm just so excited to see what Ali Novak writes next because she is an amazing writer, and I love it. I love it so much. And then continuing on with the romance, because I read a heck of a lot of good romances this year, I have Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry, whatever her name is, we don't even know it anymore. And this is such a cute book because not only does it have an amazing romance, but it also is one of the first YA books I remember reading that dealt with anxiety in a way that felt very real and very authentic, and not like it was talking down or not looking at it like it's a problem that needs to be fixed, but something you can live with and something you can work through. And I really appreciated that. And then also seeing someone with anxiety like in a relationship and how that works in like a healthy way, not like being afraid of your anxieties but having your partner help you, I feel like was a great thing to see portrayed on the page because it's not something you see very often, and to see it was very uplifting and very inspiring. And I mean, I love this book. The romance is so cute, the story's amazing, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the next one. What can I say? I really can't wait. And then my last favorite book of 2015 was one I read very recently, and that is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This book, let me tell you, is freaking adorable, and I don't even really like Fangirl or any of other Rainbow Rowell stuff, but Carry On was amazing, and Carry On made me smile and made me giggle and made me laugh like a 5-year-old, and I was just so extremely pleased with it in a way that I did not think I was going to be because it was Rainbow Rowell, and I usually don't like her stuff, but reading this, I need like 7 more books of Baz and Simon. Just immediately tomorrow, if I woke up and 7 books were by my bed, I would be like, yep, this is exactly what I needed and what I deserve. So I am so freaking pleased with how Carry On came out, and I'm even reading like fan fiction because I just can't let it go, and it's so amazing. And it was probably definitely, I would have to say, in my top 5 books. Like, I don't know where exactly I put it, but it's probably in my top 5 books of 2015, and if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend you do. Alright, so there you have it. Those are my top books of 2015, and I read a lot of books in 2015, and I have to say, I read a lot of good books in 2015, and I'm hoping that trend continues on in 2016, even though I'm starting to add a new college and everything, so we'll see how my reading goes, but I'm just hoping that I can read some awesome books and continue falling in love with all new characters in 2016, and I'm so looking forward to it. So if you have any of your favorite books that you saw or didn't see mentioned in this, please feel free to leave your own list of favorite books down below. I'm always interested in reading people's lists. It's one of my favorite things to do. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel down below to be told when to make all sorts of new videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!